Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fraser Not the Exorcist, and this will be the June 10th edition of the Christian Rap Roundup, where I look at a list of new released Christian rap singles and tracks, and I pick the ones that I'm interested in and share my thoughts with you. Last week, in my opinion at least, was a bit of a mixed bag, so hopefully we get a better selection of music this week. So, to get us started, let's just go right in. For song number one today, I have chosen Porsha Love's latest single, and I'm pretty sure her first single for 2022, Helga. Um, that name sounds very familiar, probably from a cartoon or some kids movie or something like that, but I can't remember right now. But Porsha Love, like many or most people at least, I discovered her when she did that song with One Day been about it. Wait, what? No, not been about it. That's it. Is that like a um Andy Media's anyway? Don't worry about it. The song that she did with One Day on the Reach Records. I think what's it called again? The summer playlist or something like that. And yeah, not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of the song, but they both did a good job on it. And yeah, ever since then, she's been on my radar ever so again. So let's see what she has to bring with this latest single, Helga. I'll be right back. Okay, um, that was Helga, and thanks to the song, I finally remember who Helga is, and that's a character from Hey Arnold. So yeah, now I know. Well, now I remember who Helga is. As far as the song goes, I give it overall like okay. Let's save the rating for last. The song was all right in my opinion. The beat sounds very similar to some that I've heard in the past. Maybe even some like Andyminio or No Big Deal songs in the past. I can't remember them specifically right now, but I've definitely heard similar. I don't know. The song's just not doing much for me, really. Um, it's not really about anything in particular. It's just um, oh, it's just not really about anything in particular. That's basically how far the subject matter goes. But the song itself, it's all right. I don't have much to say. The beats pretty generic. Wish it was. I mean, the beat's not even a problem really. It's just that the song's kind of regular. All right, that's it. The song's it's just an average song. Portia does a good job on it. You know, she brings some nice charisma and energy to it. But overall, it's not anything special. So yeah, I guess that's the most I can say about it. It's not anything special. It's a nice, short, 2 minute 36-second song. If you're looking for a nice, it's not even a banger though. It's a it's like a it's not chill, but it's not a banger. It's like right in the middle there, right? Um, there's a bunch of songs like this in the Christian rap space these days. They're like they're not exactly hard enough to be bangers, but also not like calm and smooth enough to be chill rap songs. But they're just right in that nice middle tier, and that's if that's what you're looking for, then this song should do it for you. It's well executed, but it's just not anything special. I've heard a bunch like it before, and just doesn't do much for me. So yeah, altogether I give Helga about I could give it a 6. Yeah, uh 5.5. 5.5 out of 10. No, 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 no. It's not. It's not bad at all. But it like really, it's not bad at all. But it's I don't know. It's just not doing anything for me, personally. So don't think it's that special. I'll give it a 5.5. All right, and it's not bad. It's just average in my opinion. So let's move on. For song number two, we'll be moving on to "Pray For Me" by the rapper J Monty. Monty's not someone that I've listened to like a bunch. I'm honestly, I might have, even though I've heard about the guy for like years at this point, maybe like 2 or 3 years at this point. I've only listened to like one or two songs from him. Just haven't been called to listen to more. But I've been aware of him for that long. So and I know that he's a good rapper. I think a lot of people compare him to J Cole. So let's see what he has to offer with this new single. Pray for me. I'll be right back. Okay. That one's a bit better than the Porsha Love song, but not that much. Well, Pray for Me is basically, as the title says, about praying for J Monty because the world is a unfair and bad place. And bad stuff happen. Yeah, that's basically what the song's about. But the song as a whole, though, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure that he sampled Rosalia with 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 the beat, with the instrumental, because that part of the start, especially where we're basically exposing the sample, it sounded just like the beginning of what's that, the Rosalia song that she has with The Weeknd. Can't I think it's called La Fama or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But that song, I'm pretty sure he sampled that one. But yeah, the instrumental sounded good, and his flow is what surprised me the most about the song because even though I said I've only heard two or three songs from him, I thought he was more of a like J Cole kind of mix between more modern rapping styles and lyrical sort of style, like how those lyrical rappers sound, basically like that. But on this one, he has more of a very Lil Baby kind of flow. It remind me a lot of Lil Baby's flows, and I think it's because of that, because of the flow, that like he doesn't really sound that comfortable using it, really, because I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's weird because it just doesn't sound like something that he does often. So now that he's doing it, it's not that natural to him. In a sense, for some reason, I don't know. It like he just didn't sound comfortable doing it, and that kind of took me out of this song. But the song as a whole is it's it's okay. It's all right. It's an above average Christian rap song, if you ask me. So, yeah, all around, I'd give "Pray for Me" about 6 out of 10. Honestly, won't be going back to this one. Well, say won't be going back to a bunch of these, even if I do like them, right? But I don't know. I just wish if he sounded more comfortable using the flow. But all around, it's a decent song. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. Not much else to say about it. Not much to say. It's just all right. So, yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next. First song number three, we have Montell Fish with his latest single, "Hollow Lover." Now, pretty 95% sure that Montell Fish is not actually a Christian rapper or Christian artist in general. I think he used to go by that term, but yeah, not anymore. Well, at least to my knowledge, right? Like he's not much of a Christian rapper or Christian artist or anything, but he is affiliated. All right. So yeah, that's good enough for me. So let's give this new single "Hollow Lover" a try, and I'll be right back with my thoughts. I'd like to apologize. I should not have done that. Should not have done that at all. Um, Montell Fish, Hollow Lover, to me sounds pretty empty. All right, sounds pretty empty of a song to me. And I should have known better than to listen to it on the Christian Rap Roundup because of course it's not gonna be a Christian rap song exactly. But it's empty, and that's how I felt about pretty much most of his music that I've heard from him at least. At least compared to like at least his big song "Talk to Me," right? Because it's just this indie pop rock kind of thing. Well, not even rock exactly, but just indie pop, like bedroom pop, that kind of hazy voice kind of thing. And it's just too empty for me. All right, it's the lyrics are too repetitive. And I know it's supposed to evoke a feeling, a certain vibe and stuff, but it just like whenever he does it, at least it just doesn't get me. It just doesn't do anything for me personally. And I should have known that going in because I felt that way about some of his past music. Could have given that spot to someone else who deserved it more, but it's already taken up recording time, so I might as well just put it in. All right. You know what? I might just do like an extra song just to make up for that one because I'm just not in the. It's not my listening demographic at all. But yeah, I'm gonna rate it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. Not yeah, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 seems fair because you know it's not a bad song. It's just too empty for me. Doesn't suit my taste at all. Should have known that going in instead of wasting time. So let's move on to song 4. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about it. Let's just move on. For song number 4, at this point, we have a double single. Well, then I guess that would make it song 4 and 5, but whatever. We have a double single. Well, not like a double, like a yeah, it's a double single from two new singles from Scootie Wop called one called Texas and one called Rocky Road. If you remember, well, if you were one of the 9 or 10 people who watched the Christian Rap Roundup last week, Scootie Wop was a significant part of one of the worst, if not the worst, Christian rap song that I've heard for the entire year so far. Uh, it was him and Big Breeze. I cannot remember the name of the song right now. I'm pretty sure it's called Nothing, but you can watch that video and see what my thoughts were on that one. That was pretty bad. So hopefully in this one we'll get some good picks out of him. So yeah, listen to it, and I'll be right back. For the first of his two singles, the first one is Rocky Road. It's barely 2 minutes long. It's 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and this one was really good. This was really good. It's nice to finally hear a really good song on this week. I was kind of getting worried there for a second. Yeah, on this one, Scooty just does his thing. He just does his thing. The song's basically about him trying to stick with God throughout his journey, throughout life. That's basically it. Basically. And as I just said, it is a really good song. His melodies throughout it are good enough to make it enjoyable. Really liked his rapping, the way how he switched it up into his flow, into his more like traditional rapping kind of flow. And yeah, just overall, it's a pretty simple but pretty, well, not pretty. It is a great song. So yeah, not much to say about it other than I just don't have much to say about it other than it's a great song. So yeah, overall I give it about a probably like a 7 out of 10. Seems really good. It's a solid 7 out of 10 song. It's got a nice vibe to it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're looking for a nice melodic rap mixed in with the more traditional sort of modern rapping style, then this should do it for you. Honestly, this might be the best melodies I've heard from him too. So yeah, definitely recommend Rocky Road. That's a really good song right there. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Let's move on to this his second single, Texas. Okay, so it's official. Texas is the best song that I've heard. Well, not the it's the best song we've had on the Christian Rap Roundup for this week so far. It is even better than Rocky Road. Yeah, that it's really catchy. So basically, it's about him asking God what his purpose is for his life, and how he wants to get out of Texas. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure that's his hometown or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the song's really catchy. It is. It's really catchy. Especially with the chorus. I just previously said that Rocky Road might be the best melodies that I've heard from him, but this one is even better. Like this is definitely the best like pseudo singing melodies that I've heard from Scootie Wop like ever. But and yeah, it's really good. Honestly, it's really good. Wow, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say at all. Yeah, the song's pretty short at 2 minutes 44 seconds, but that is the perfect length for it. Honestly, the verses are good, the chorus is catchy, all around. Not much to add to it other than just enjoy the music. To be honest, there's not much to say about these songs. All right, but yeah, Texas is a really good song. So overall, I give it about a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 seems fair. Solid 7.5 out of 10. It's a really good song. So yeah, definitely recommend that you listen to Texas by Scootie Wop and Rocky Road. These Both of these songs are good. So yeah, nice to see it's going in a nice upwards trajectory now. Hopefully, it continues to go that way with this edition. So let's move on. All right, for song number 6, we have a new single by Jude Barclay featuring I Project, or is it One Project? I'm not sure, but it's called All Right. Jude's been on every single Christian Rap Roundup because, like I said, even in the first one, I think this guy drops every week. All right, so yeah, let's just hear him out. He usually drops good stuff too, so yeah, I'll be right back. The good streak continues with All Right by Jude Barclay and I Project. Not gonna lie to you, about half the time listening to this song, even though I listened to it multiple times, I could not understand what they were saying at all. Alright, because of the auto tune, because of the flows, a bit the funny thing that they do with their voices, I honestly could not understand what they were saying half the time. And honestly, half the time, I still can't fully tell. I'm still not 100% sure who was Jude and who was I Project, all right? Because Jude kind of does this thing, the same thing with his voice sometimes as well. But if I'm not mistaken, he's the first verse, and I Project is the second verse, and they both kind of share the chorus together. But they do kind of have like a similar voice to him. But honestly, this is a really good song, really good. While I don't understand a bunch of what they're saying, I'm pretty sure they're just, well, I am sure that the song is about them talking to a girl, telling the girl that they're doing all right. That's basically what it's about. But yeah, the song's mostly a vibe. It's mostly about it's mostly about everything sort of surrounding the song, well, surrounding the lyrics themselves, right? The production is nice and bouncy. It's a great sort of like splash between a banger and just like, oh, it's a wavy, it's a wavy kind of song in my opinion. So yeah, it's a nice, yeah, it's a nice vibey kind of song. I can't really call it a banger. I like I guess technically it could count as a banger, but it just doesn't sound much like that in my opinion. It's like right underneath being a banger in my opinion. Still a vibe, still could work in a sort of banger sort of category, but it's just overall just a good song. It's a nice vibe. They're like the highlight of the song, in my opinion, is their charismatic performances. They meshed really well together. They seem to have really good chemistry here. It's really good, really good. This one's really catchy. I think it's like the I think it's either tied with or slightly more catchy than Scootie Wop's Texas that I just reviewed just a couple of minutes ago. So yeah, altogether, all right. Jude's continuing with the good music here. Altogether, I give it about 7.5 out of 10. So close to an 8. Yeah, so the good streak is continuing. This is really good. Didn't understand what half of this song had to say, but it is really good. It's a vibe for sure. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely recommend. So yeah, let's move on. For song number 7, we have "You Are Worth It" by Big Gucci Dame. Gucci always delivers with some good music, some good bangers. So that's what I'm expecting this to be. Um, Not much else to say, so let's just get right into it. I'll be right back. All right. This one was okay. Okay, just yeah, it's a pretty cool song in my opinion. He slowed it down a bit for this one for a more acoustic guitar driven sort of, just one of those slow songs. And I think his melodies were good enough in my opinion. It's a pretty generic kind of song. Like everyone, like pretty much everyone, kind of does this every once in a while, and could have been worse, but it's pretty good. Only thing that confused me about it was when he said, well, because he's kind of talking directly to us as the listener, and he said, "You are perfect." Not sure why he said that or what he completely meant by it, but yeah. Uh, okay. Anyway, so it's a decent song overall. Not much to say about it. Um, it was pretty convincing as far as his emotional sort of delivery throughout the song, and overall, I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. Honestly, a middling 6 out of 10. It's just not much to it. Honestly, I won't be going back to it at all. It's not anything remarkable or anything. Uh, yeah, yeah, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 seems fair. Don't hate it. Don't exactly love it either, but it's. I can clearly see that it's a decent song. So, moving on. For song 8, I think it is at this point, we have "Secret Place" by Brett Rayo, Steve Rizzo, and Kid Triss. Just in case you can't tell, Well, I've never heard of Brett Rayo or Stevie Rizzo, my mistake, before. But Kid Trish is an interesting character because like a while ago, like almost like pretty much 2 years at this point, I discovered Kid Trish when he did I like stumble across his music or something? Oh. I remember I remember he was basically making music that sounded like copy and paste exactly like XXX Tentacion and Ski Master Slim Cara, right? He made a song that sounded just like um what's the one everyone keeps talking about? Or no, I can't remember the name at this point. But he made music that sounded just like Hex. He was the first Christian rapper that I heard sound that tried to make that sort of X and Ski Mask, a bad quality microphone sound of banger rap music. Uh, and he, you know, and they just weren't doing a good job of it back then, in my opinion. I also knew that he had a pretty big song, well, at least in the Christian rap space, with Joey Vantes, from what I heard. And yeah, yeah. So pretty much the only reason why I'm doing this is to kind of hear what Kitrish is doing these days. Haven't heard much from him, honestly. Well, not like I've been paying attention or anything, but just haven't heard much from him in that 2 year time span. So yeah, let's check out this new one. Brett Rayo, Steve Rosa, and Kid Triss, Secret Place. I'll be right back. Secret Place is basically about a private place that the people in the song go to in order to spend time with God, basically. And altogether, I think that the song is okay. It's pretty average, in my opinion. Um, I'm not sure who is who exactly, like who goes first, second, or third, but something tells me that Kid Triss is the third verse. So, whoever was on the first verse, did not do that good of a job. I think the chorus is okay. The chorus is fine, but the first verse was filled with so many filler lines. Almost felt like they were making it up on the spot with the pace and the delivery that they were going with there. Second verse was better in my opinion. The third verse was not that good. Nothing really stood out to me throughout the entire song. All right. Everyone's melodies were okay. It was fine. The song, well, I could tell that they don't have the best mixing and mastering technology available, obviously. But altogether, it's decent. All right, it's decent, put together kind of song. I like the message, of course, but there's just not much to talk about. Everyone does a okay job. No one's outright terrible or anything. It's just a whatever kind of song. There's not much to it. There's not much to take from it. There's not much to go back to it for. The performances aren't that convincing, but it's fine. It's fine overall. So yeah. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Not good. Not that far from bad, but not bad. So yeah, that's basically it. I have nothing else to say, so let's move on to what should be our final song. For our ninth and final song for this edition of the Christian Rap Roundup, hopefully we'll finish things out with a bang with this latest single by Lazarus with an exclamation mark at the end, called "A Bebe." All right, this man has provided bangers. He's provided some of the best songs and contributed to some of the best songs that we've heard. Well, that I've heard and reviewed on the Christian Rap Roundup for the past, like ever since I've started. So yeah, hopefully this ends things off well. So I'll be right back. Okay, this one was pretty good all around. In my opinion, not as good as the other ones that he's been a part of, but yeah, but it's still a really good song, you know, to hear him by himself. I like his use of all of the samples throughout the entire song. Well, not him, but the producer. I'm not sure who produced the song, but yeah, whoever produced it did a good job mixing all those samples to make this one cohesive beat. It all sounds really good. This song is basically about him turning down a girl who would not be very beneficial to him as a partner, given his position as a Christian. So that's basically what it's about. And he does a good job over it. Kind of split between whether or not I'm a fan of the, you know, those vocals, that thing that they put in there. That that production choice. I'm not sure even what it's called, but it's this thing that they put in their voice that kind of muffles it. You know, kind of makes it sounds like what X and Ski, well, not Ski but X especially used to do back in the day, in his more rage sort of you know, like those heavy bass sort of banger songs, right? And this one's not exactly a banger. I could see it working as a banger, but it's kind of like a mix between a banger and a chill song, really. And I think that Lazarus does a good job here. There's a bunch of catchy moments in there, of course, with the A Baby part, you know, from Hurricane Chris. That was good. So yeah, all around, it's pretty good song, pretty good song, almost great in my opinion. So I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was pretty good. That's it. That's all I have to say. Solid 7 out of 10. Lazarus ABB. It's a good song. I'd recommend it if you're interested. Yeah, and that's it. And that has brought us to the end of the Christian Rap Roundup for this week. Altogether, even though we had some pretty good songs in this one, had some 7.5s, almost 8 out of 10s. It it was all right overall, you know. As a whole, I think it was all right. Got some pretty good sounds out of it that I wouldn't have heard otherwise, and that's about it. It's not as eventful as I want it to be. Not as good as, well, you know, not that I want like more bad songs or anything, but at least when they're bad songs, it's more interesting, I guess. But yeah, nothing was bad this week. Had some almost great ones, really good ones. Some low points, but nothing was bad. So you know, that's a nice plus. So yeah, it was a decent week overall. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So what do you guys think about the songs that I went through this week? And you know, so what are your thoughts on them? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I've been First Not the Exorcist. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload next. See you all next time. God bless.